and welcome to Getting We're Going Healing, a place where we talk about mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being to help you learn to let go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. My name is Tova, and I will be your guide. So today, what we're going to do is a tarot reading, a channel tarot reading for the collective. Tomorrow, I'm going to be posting this hopefully on the 20th. Today, which is today, it is the first day of the 12 nights of Yule. So today is Mother's Night, and it's about honoring your ancestors, the feminine ancestors that keep the lines going. Grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, feminine archetypes, all that sort of thing. But tomorrow is the winter solstice. So what I wanted to do was pull some cards for a collective reading for the winter solstice for 2025. You can catch this anytime that you want. But this is pulling in the energies right now of the winter solstice from 2025. So we're just going to pull some cards to follow. I'm going to actually follow two spreads. Okay. The first one is going to be the winter solstice spread from the Witch of the Forest, someone I follow on social media, on Instagram. And for the longest time, for every full moon and every new moon, she posts a spread. And then she posts a spread that you can use. I use this for every holiday for journaling. I journal my cards, I write them down. I pull the cards for the questions and I write them down and I reflect on them. So that might be something that you're interested in doing. If you are, check her out at the Witch of the Forest. And she's on social media on Instagram. But I'm going to be using her spread for the first one, and then another quick spread for the tarot diagnosis, where they've also got a winter solstice spread. So let's get to it. Okay. Just a reminder, if you're looking for a personal reading, hit me up, send me a message. You can find my contact information in the description. If you're looking for a New Year spread of what 2026 is going to look like for you, we could do a half year spread or we could do a full year spread. We can do January to June. We could do July through December. We could do January all the way to December if that's something you're interested in, or you just want to check out a personal reading for what's coming up for you. Not even about New Year's, just anytime, hit me up. All right, let's call in the guides. Angels, guides, ancestors of all those who are tuning in now and those who will tune in later, help us get clear guided messages so we know what we need to hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ashe. All right, so winter solstice spread. This can be done with oracle cards or with tarot cards. Which deck? They're directing me to the Light Seers Tarot. So let's give a shuffle. And then we will start asking the questions. Do you like my microphone? This is the microphone I use when I do my lives on Thursdays. I do Tarot Time with Tova, Thursday night Tarot Time with Tova on my Facebook. If you were interested in checking that out, that's something that you're into, you can find the link for my Facebook in the link tree in the description box. Okay. All right. So the first question we're asking is, what shadows must I embrace? Okay. So for our collective, what shadows must our collective embrace during this winter solstice season? What shadows does our collective need to embrace? Okay. 8 of Swords with the Fool in reverse on the bottom. Okay. So the shadow that you're being asked to embrace right now is seeing where your shadow has been telling you a story about being stuck, about not being able to move forward, about not being able to do anything. But this is who you are down here. You're on the other side of the mirror. You're experiencing it as if it's real, but it's not. It's an illusion. So the shadow that you need to embrace with the Fool in the reverse on the bottom, the shadow you need to embrace in order to create the new start, chills, is recognizing that the place that you're in is of your own making. I'm hearing analysis paralysis. You're stuck overthinking it, and it's keeping you from moving forward. It's keeping you from starting over. Okay, they just said clarify it. Okay, so we're going to use the Modern Witches Tarot to clarify it. Okay, their clarification is the Everything is Fine card, which is also the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So their clarification is that you're treating it like everything's okay. You're really hurting, you're suffering, you're struggling, but you're pretending like everything's okay. So yeah, that's the shadow that you need to face. Acknowledging that, being confident in acknowledging that you are not stuck, you are not limited. It is only in your mind that you are limited. What must I let go of this Yule? What must our collective let go of this Yule? Four of Cups in the reverse position. What you need to let go of is ignoring and projections on the Seven of Cups on the bottom. What you need to let go of is not accepting the offer. The universe is offering you opportunities, okay? They're offering you this beautiful cup of blessing, and you've got three empty cups over here, but you've got this beautiful one being offered to here. And this face is like, meh, it's apathy. It's, I could take it or leave it. In the reverse position, it's choosing to accept what the universe is offering. So what must you let go of this Yule? Ignoring the offers that the universe is offering, because you're projecting. Okay, you're projecting something that's happening in your inner world to this offer that the universe is trying to offer you. Okay, so what you're meant to let go of this Yule is ignoring opportunities for growth. Okay, can we clarify Four of Cups in reverse? Temperance. Okay, with the Eight of Wands in the upright and the bottom. So Temperance comes up upright to clarify Four of Cups. So yeah, there's some integration that is going on right now. So as you let go of this this avoidance of what the universe is offering, it's gonna help you balance out. So this gives me the vibe of feeling like the universe is offering you opportunities to do hard things, but those hard things are going to create growth for you. They're going to create more balance within you. So don't avoid them. Okay, allow yourself to receive what the universe is offering so that you can create better balance within you. Okay, what must I need to reflect upon in my life? So what does our collective need to reflect upon in their life this Yule? King of Swords in the reverse position. What you need to reflect upon is where you have been too rigid. Ten of Swords, there's that Ten of Swords again. We saw it as everything is fine. Now we have Ten of Swords leaving behind the places where you've been betrayed. So the King of Swords, you can hear my dog in the background. What do I need to reflect upon in my life? Letting go of mental control, letting go of being so rigid that you think that you know everything that there is. You don't. Okay. Let go of thinking that you know everything. Let go of thinking that you need to have mental control in all the things. Leave that behind. Okay. Leave behind these sorrows and pains. Okay. What lessons have I learned? What lessons has our collective learned today, this year? Okay. Page of Wands in the upright. Okay. Six of Cups in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So the lessons that you've learned this year is to allow yourself to be in a space of more playfulness, to allow yourself to be free to experience the energies as they come instead of trying to force things. You've learned to let go of the past and reminiscing on what you thought was the most amazing thing in the past. You've completed some lessons. And you've learned to take things, to see the bigger picture and not just be taking things one day at a time. So in these lessons, what you've learned is letting go of the past, seeing a bigger picture, and allowing yourself to be in a space of more play and joy. You're starting to acknowledge with the Five of Cups in the reverse position where you've still got blessings. You're learning to let go of focusing on where the hardships have been, where the disappointments have been, and you're now allowing yourself to be in a space to see the blessings that are being offered to you by the universe. Okay. Can we clarify this message about the lessons learned? King of Cups. Okay. So all of these things that you've learned, letting go of the past, completing lessons, being more excited, it's led you to a new way of thinking, and it's led you to to be more emotionally open, to be more secure in your emotions, to be more masterful of your emotions. Congratulations, it's beautiful. What can I achieve balance? How can I achieve balance in my life? Okay, so how can our collective achieve balance in their life during this Yule season, during this winter solstice? Okay, that's a fair amount. All right. 5 of Wands in the reverse position, 9 of Pentacles upright, 2 of Wands in the reverse position, the Chariot upright, 7 of Cups in the reverse again, 2 of Cups in the upright, and 4 of Swords in the upright. Okay, so how can you achieve more balance? Put down the need to try to one-up others. Okay, everybody has to do their part. Realize that there's a part that you need to play, and as you put in the work, you're going to be able to reap the benefits of what you put in. Okay, there's a need to focus more on where you are and less I'm hearing space case, less looking out at what's possible, and instead focusing on where you are right now, which will help you move forward a little bit more and at a faster pace and get you from being unstuck. There's a need to let go of the projections, the things that are in your imagination that you are projecting into truth, so that you can find better harmony in your relationships and have more better balance in the relationships, which will help you heal through the heartbreak and the pain that you've suffered from. Okay. On the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups, about a love offer coming in, communicating your love, communicating your emotions. Either you are doing it or somebody is doing that for you. But again, the way that you achieve better balance is to let go of feeling like you have to push to be the best. Okay. And instead doing your part to help out. This will help to bring all of the things that you've been working for into reach for you. Focus more on what's happening now, less on the dreary, potential dreamy sort of stuff, which will help you move forward faster as you let go of putting your internal world, your projections of negativity onto your external world. This is going to help you bring better relationship balance in emotions and help you come into this period of healing after the heartbreak. Okay. Okay, that's how you create better balance. All right, so let's get one final clarification on creating better balance. Okay, King of Pentacles, being more masterful of your physical world. Okay, you won't have to go through things that are so hard for you. All right, let's clear the board, and we're going to do the other reading from the tarot diagnosis and see what information comes up there. So let's just flip the page to where I wrote this down. Okay, so the tarot diagnosis one is more about the shadows and stuff that we need to heal and where we need to grow. Okay, apparently that's not going to work out for me. We're going to move it. Okay, so for this winter solstice spread from the tarot diagnosis, you can find them again on social media, on Instagram at the tarot diagnosis. And so these are about shadows. So let's begin this one. So which deck? They're drawing me to the African Tarot Arcana. Okay, let's give a shuffle. Ooh, I'm opening it to the 7 of Swords. Some type of sneakiness and deception, something you're not telling yourself, or it could be a shadow because the way it was depicted. All right, so a shadow to illuminate. Okay, what is a shadow for our collective to illuminate? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands with the King of Swords in reverse on the bottom. That's twice we've gotten the King of Swords, about mastery of thought. Okay, so with the 9 of Wands on the bottom, a shadow to illuminate is where you need to have better boundaries, and where you need to have better boundaries, where you need to say no more frequently. So this would be people pleasers. They're telling me to clarify from the Osho Zen. Okay, clarify from the Osho Zen deck. Clarify the 9 of Wands as a shadow to illuminate. Okay. Comes with the Queen of, interesting, there's the 7 of Swords again. Again, with politics and masks and letting go of the masks and letting go of pretending. Now, for a clarification of 9 of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups with receptivity. Actually, I forgot. YouTube doesn't love that. With receptivity, being open to the emotions, being open and receptive to what emotions come your way. So a shadow that needs to illuminate is allowing yourself to be open to the emotions, but having better boundaries and saying no when you mean no and saying yes when you mean yes, and not taking on so much that, because the 10 after the 9 is the 10, that's the burdens, that's carrying all the heavy burdens. So the 9 of Wands here, being open, receptive. The shadow that's illuminating is showing where you've been carrying too much weight and it's exhausting you, and allowing other people to carry some of their own weight and not be carrying their weight for them. This will help you to be more open and receptive emotionally because you're not carrying so much. You're not feeling so burnt out. Okay. A lesson this shadow is trying to teach me. Okay. So what lesson is this 9 of Wands trying to teach? The Tower. Okay. Interesting that this is the imagery on this deck for what's happening. Okay, in the Tower. So the lesson the shadow is trying to teach you is where you've built things on a bad foundation, where you've given, chills, where you've given in a way that's not sustainable, where you've built something on a foundation that is flawed and rocky, and it's going to come tumbling down. So where with the boundaries, the shadow that it's trying to show you with not having good boundaries, it's trying to show you how your lack of good boundaries actually creates a lot of your problems, creates a lot of the disharmony that's happening in your life. As you have more solid boundaries, you realize that some friendships, relationships, connections have been built on you over giving, you over performing, you overdoing it, where others are not doing enough. They're not giving their fair share. So that can't sustain. You can't do that. You can't sustain that. You can't function like that for a long period of time. Maybe temporarily you take on when the other person can't, but it can't stay that way where you are taking on too much all the time. That has to go. Okay, so that's what it's trying to teach you. 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse on the bottom. Again, taking back your power, realizing that you are not in a position of poor. You are not in a position of lack. You are not in a position of not having enough. It's simply because you keep giving too much that you don't have enough. You're giving me a reference of every time you have finances come in. This might not be specifically relevant for some of you. Some of you it might be. They're giving me the reference of when you have finances come in and then you put them back out as soon as you get them in. You know, like when you pay bills and you get paid and then you pay all your bills and then you're back to being poor again because you just paid all your bills. They're giving me like that vibe where you're giving so much, but because you had all this energy and then you give it to other people so often that you end up not having enough for you. You end up depleted. You end up in the 5 of Pentacles lack. Okay. Because you're giving more than you should be. You're giving more than you need to regularly and burning yourself out regularly. And you can't support that. You can't sustain that. It's not doable long term. Okay. Clarify the Tower. Okay. The Chariot in reverse. Yeah, that's what's keeping you stuck. Okay, this there's the 2 of Wands again in this deck. Again, not sitting and staring out and waiting for something to happen. Okay, taking some action. All right, so how will this lesson impact me? So how will this lesson on not overgiving and letting go of these structures that are not supportive, how will this impact our collective? 3 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, so it's going to impact you by helping you let go of the heartbreak, helping you let go of where you feel that people have betrayed you, where you feel that people have hurt you. Yeah, there's a 9 of Swords on the bottom. Yeah, feeling the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the fear, the sad, sitting and sobbing because you're so depleted and you feel like nobody's offering back to you, nobody's giving back to you, nobody's offering in return. I'm hearing the phrase, treat others how you want to be treated, but that's not what's happening for you. You're treating others how you want to be treated, but they're not treating you back in that same way. So it's time to stop giving to people who are not, who are not giving back equally to you. Now, it's not to say you can't give, but it's to stop over giving. Okay. It's not that you cannot give, but you're giving more than is necessary. You're giving way too much to the point of burnout. That's the problem. Okay. And then, of course, my nose is itchy. Some of these guys are coming through. So it's where what is trying to empower, what's going to impact you is let go of these pains, let go of where you feel that you've been betrayed, let go of where you feel exhausted and you're upset because people are not giving back. They're not matching your energy. You're putting in this energy and they're not matching it. They're just taking it. Okay. Clarify the Three of Swords, please. Okay. King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. So it's the Magician is on the bottom. You creating your own destiny, you having all the tools that you need in order to create your destiny. The clarification for the Three of Swords is the King of Wands in reverse about how it's going to impact you is you're going to let go of these pains, these hurts that people have caused you, but it's also going to help you learn to master your energy better. Okay. It's going to help you learn to build that better and understand that better, which is beautiful because you don't really realize what your energy can do and you're giving it away. They're showing me a bag with holes in it and it's just leaking. And as much as you put in, it just keeps leaking and pouring out. And it's, little holes, but it's just constantly pouring out. So you're constantly having to refill it as it continues to pour out because it never holds it. Master your energy a little bit more. My resistance to embracing this lesson. So what is our collective's resistance to embracing this lesson of overgiving and overfunctioning? There's the Eight of Swords again. We already saw that in that previous read. So again, the resistance is feeling like you have to, that if you don't do it, it won't get done. They just said, your guys just said, if you don't do it, it won't get done. Then let it not get done. Okay. I am feeling a sensation. There's the Nine of Pentacles again, divine timing, reaping what you sow, putting in the effort to receive what you've put in. I'm getting this awful sensation in my solar plexus chakra. Ugh, it feels terrible. You don't yet know your power because the solar plexus chakra is your seat of self. That's your self-confidence. That's your self-worth. That's your self-value. That's your dantian in martial arts is what they call it. The center of your energy. That's an awful sensation. Your resistance to this is because you feel like you have to, and you don't understand your worth. You don't understand your value. So you keep giving and giving and giving, thinking that they're going to match you, but they're not. And then you don't understand what your worth is because they're dictating your worth instead of you dictating your worth. They're showing me like your energy is like they're showing me gold. They're showing me sparkly gold things. Your energy brings a lot of value and you don't realize how much value your energy brings, and the other people aren't reflecting that to you. So you don't see that your energy has a great, significant amount of value, and they're just relying on you to carry the slack. Stop. Okay. Clarify the Eight of Swords with this. What is the resistance? Clarify the resistance with Eight of Swords. Five of Cups. Again, there's the Nine of Pentacles again. Waiting for things to happen in the right timing. Okay. There we have it twice. Divine timing, Nine of Pentacles, receiving the benefits of the work that you've put in. Okay. The clarification for the Eight of Swords is the Five of Cups in the reverse position. So again, let go of where you've been disappointed. They're asking you to let go of where your cups have spilled and focusing on where your cups have spilled, and notice that you still have two cups standing. Okay, realize that there are people who are willing to give to you. There are people willing to match your energy, but the people that you're around right now are not. Okay, how will this help me grow? So how will letting go of these, having better boundaries, not overgiving, how will this help our collective grow? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse position. It's going to help you sort out where you are confused. The Supreme is in the reverse in the reverse position on this deck as well. This is unique to this specific deck. And we see the Two of Cups. We see the Three of Pentacles. we see the Ace of Wands, and we see the Ace of Swords. So this card to me talks about equal give and take, working in collaboration with someone, and having the energy and the mental clarity to do so. Okay. So it's interesting that they've got the Ace of Swords on here when we're clarifying the Ace of Swords here. So how will it help you grow? It will help you realize where you've been mentally confused. Okay. Where this whole situation has brought you a lot of mental confusion. And it's going to help you realize that you're looking for right now, this is not what you're receiving, but what you're looking for is equal give and take from an emotional perspective and from a physical perspective of working with someone else. Okay. Working with them collaboratively, working together as a team. Clarify Ace of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands. Okay. We've brought that up again. We have the King and the Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom of the deck. So as you, it will help you grow by helping you realize where you have not seen things clearly and where you have been giving away your power. We already talked about the solar plexus chakra. That's the Queen of Wands, is that type of energy. We've already talked about that. And it's where it's going to help you grow by showing you where you have been seeing things incorrectly, where you've been confused about things, and where you, again, have not realized how your energy is used, what you can do with it, and how powerful it is. As you learn how powerful you are, that's what creates the change. And that is what's going to turn you into the supreme with this change. Okay. But it comes because you stop giving too much. You stop giving so much that your guides are like, what is she doing? What is he doing? Why are they putting all that energy into people who are not reciprocal? Why are they putting so much energy into stuff that's just draining them? This is your lesson as we come. This is the shadow. This is how you heal it. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this is your shadow, okay, if this is resonating for you and this is your shadow, if you are resonating with this, okay, if this is absolutely is resonating for you, how can we put a shadow? You know what? Give me a dark moon. Give me a dark moon. We just had the new moon last night. Give me a dark moon in the comments. If this is resonating for you and this shadow is resonating for you, pop a dark moon in the comments. Even put shadow with it. Okay. Dark moon and shadow. This is my shadow. If this is resonating for you, then the guidance you're being given is to let this stuff go. And if you want to know why this shadow exists, people pleasers, overgivers often come from childhoods where a lot was expected of them. They weren't allowed to just be free flow. They weren't allowed to just be children and just have fun. There was an expectation of them to give to others, to constantly be given. If you have time to clean, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. The whole vibe of you are not allowed to rest. You have to give and give and give and be of service all the time to other people. And they will do it too, except they don't, because they benefit from you giving and giving and giving and giving. And then it's a behavior we're hoping that someone will give to us in return, hoping that they will give love to us in return, hoping they will give support to us in return while we give to them all the time. Because again, we've been raised with this mindset of do unto others as you had them do unto you. But it is not true. You must do unto you as you would have others do for you. You must give to yourself first, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. If you want this to show up in your physical world, you must give to you first. No one else gives to you while you give away. You must take care of you first. Give the energy to yourself first. Give what you know is fair for you to give. Don't pull back to where you're not giving at all, but don't give to the point that you are depleted, hoping someone else will match that energy. They won't. Stop doing that. Take care of yourself. Understand that you are worthy and deserving of love and affection, and you are not meant to give it away. Now, I just pulled some charms just to see what came out. And we got the dragonfly. We got a butterfly. We got an owl. We got a swan. We got a hand. And we got a tree. Okay. So what this is actually bringing up for me, I was actually just watching a video on the goddess Lilith. And where her roots are. And this is what makes me think of this, because the owl is sacred to Lilith, as well as I can't remember what other goddess the owl is, but it's wisdom. Owls represent wisdom, as does this tree, growth and wisdom. Okay. The swan is realizing you are not the ugly duckling. You are, in fact, a beautiful swan. Allow yourself to dream and have wishes, because this is what creates transformation. Everything is in your hands. You are much more capable than you are giving yourself credit for. You are capable of overcoming these things, but it starts with you. It starts with you acknowledging that you are powerful. It starts with you acknowledging, excuse me, that you are not the version of you that you think you are. You are not the ugly duckling waiting for someone to come acknowledge you. You are a swan. You've been in the wrong place. You've been identifying as the wrong thing. When you embrace yourself as a swan, you start to say, oh, I accept I was great all the time. I was always good. I was always great. I was always lovable. I was always acceptable. I was just with the wrong people. I was hanging around with the wrong people. And so they were making me feel like I didn't measure up to them. But it turns out I didn't belong with them anyway. I belonged with these other people who totally got me, who totally accept me, and I'm just like them. This is the vibe here. Allow yourself to transform, allow yourself to come out of the state of being in your hermit mode. Stop hanging around with people who don't see your vision, who don't acknowledge you, and hang around with people who are going to match your energy, who are going to give back in equal amounts. When you give to them, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you gave to me. Let me find a way I can repay you. Because the people that you are giving to, they don't appreciate you. They don't see the value in what you offer, and therefore they're not going to offer it back. So this is where you need, again, just a summary. Know that this is not sustainable for you. And you have to see this. You have to acknowledge this, because it will not help you grow. Okay? All right. That's it. That's it. So good luck on this winter solstice. It is the longest night, so it is the best time to do some work. If you are interested in doing a little bit more shadow work, and you want to do a little bit more about where this pattern is, the shadow of overgiving and being exhausted is coming from, I did do a meditation. I will link it in the description box, and I'll try to remember to link it in the comments as well. I did just do a meditation at the beginning of December for my Meditation Mondays classes, and we did do a lot of work delving into the shadow, calling forward our shadow parts and asking what they want to tell us, letting them show us what they need to know, and then giving them that kindness that they're waiting for, giving them that reprieve. I'll take that from you. You don't have to carry that burden. I will carry that for you. Because that child, that inner child, that part of you somewhere in there, believes that it is their job to carry the heavy burdens. So go in there, talk to them, let them know you don't have to carry that. I'll carry, oh, it's making me a little emotional as I'm saying it. I'll carry that for you. You should never have been expected to carry this. This was not your job to carry. I'll take it. You can just be free to be yourself. Take that burden away from them. Again, I'll try to link it. It's a great meditation. It might be very beneficial for you if this is something that you're struggling with. And good luck. It's a tough thing to do shadow work, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's going to free you. It's going to open you up. It's going to help you understand more about who you are. It's going to help you enjoy your life better. Okay. So love and light to you guys. Enjoy the longest night. Enjoy the darkest time. And every day after the winter solstice, we get a little bit more sunlight as we move into the brighter time of the year. Let that bolster you. Let that bring that light to you. Okay. And until next time, keep letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye.